Now, if it seems like I skipped 2 days, I didn't. Here's what we did on day 8. We were back at the hangar, per usual. I got a couple interviews for my documentary. And, well, Max and Tawanda worked on the engine. That was pretty much day 8. We did airplane stuff. On day 9, we went back to the hangar. I got more interviews for my documentary. And then that night, James and Andrew and Mike and all of our South African friends introduced us to a proper braai, which is a barbecue. Apparently, they eat a lot of meat in South Africa. A lot. Just look at this.
It's a proper South African braai.
So that was a proper braai. And now, for your feature presentation, our trip to the Natal Midlands in South Africa. The farm. We are flying 3 airplanes, because there's about 8 or 9 of us, flying a couple hundred miles to the founders of Sling Aircraft's family farm with James and Andrew and Sean, Burtis, and then our team. And we're gonna hang out there. I'm gonna interview them for the documentary that I'm making on Max's trip and our trip to South Africa. We're just gonna go for a quick short flight to their farm, come right back, keep filming this documentary. Gonna finish packing, leaving here about 30 minutes, and then it's wheels up at 1:15 from the airfield.
Fields, and it's absolutely beautiful here.
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting?
Yeah,
No, go.
See how quickly now what happens with the weather. As this dew point reaches the same as the OAT, this is just going to go boom, closed. That's why I think we got you just in the nick of time.
Perfect.
But that said, we could always climb, stay clear of mountain, and we could do an ILS into Pietermaritzburg, which is another 15 minutes from here.
Gotcha. So we did have a backup coming down here.
Always.
Yeah.
Then of course we've still got more than 130 litres of fuel on board, so we could actually go back all the way to Joburg if we want.
Yes. Oh my God! Made my day.
Yo, that was nice.
There was 2.
So we're out at Andrew and James's farm, and one of the cows escaped. What's up, buddy? That's its mom, hollering. Come on, buddy. You gotta go that way. Come on, go in.
Push him that way. There you go.
Cat was back. All is well.
So that's mine, personally.
Oh, can we test? 1, 2, 3.
I couldn't find it.
Thank you.
Sure need a cup of coffee.
Cheers, guys.
No biscuits. No biscuits.
It's not a biscuit, it's something else. Alright, screw out.
Call it a biscuit, okay?
A rusk. Rusk. That's the point, is that we looked at the weather.
How high do you think the ceilings are on these?
Good morning, we're at the house. I'm gonna fly the drone up so we can see where the cloud level is. I guess that's one thing about hanging with aviation folks and pilots is sometimes you need to use the drone to be resourceful, not just for pretty photography. As you can see, it's foggy just all around. You can barely see out past the tree line. So we're gonna send it up, see what we can see. Morning.
Good morning.
That's a yeah, 360 view right away. Or do you spin it around? Right now it's pointing down.
Where's it at?
It's above the trees.
Which way?
It's, there you go, bring it towards the house. You're like, that way. Yes. Oh, that's it.
Over the grass.
This thing landed in a hurry. 8%.
Did you pants or you had to hit the button to come back?
No, I couldn't see it until it got just above the trees.
So that shit is thick, isn't it?
So, alright, it broke through around 600,
Okay.
and then you just saw there's another layer.
Again?
Easily up at like 1,000.
Oh, see? Good reconnaissance.
Wow, that's a bit.
That's at 600.
Take the guys right away.
We can go right now, man. No problem.
Except for the real clouds above it.
Yeah, we'll keep between them, man.
If I flew it up to 600 feet and it broke through, you had to come back down because transmission signal was completely lost. Then I sent it up again with a new battery, 1,000 feet, and it broke through the clouds. Check this out.
You know what, James? I mean, worst case scenario, looking at what I'm looking at, is we could leave at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It looks nice and clear.
Same as this morning.
Same as this morning.
Yeah.
But if the mist doesn't lift by 11, then we're stuck. 12 o'clock, it's closed.
Alright, let's start producing a backup plan.
I got a backup.
There you go. And Dave's got like 4 cameras. He still remembered underwear. Look at that. And a long sleeve.
Do you think it's worth going to the airfield and kind of being there at 11 in case, or
Only if it clears.
only if you actually see it clearing?
No.
Our best shot was this morning. Early this morning.
As it turns out,
It closed at
There's one coming
5:30.
now. It should be at 11 o'clock.
So it should be from like 11:15, yeah, make our way to the airfield and
Only if this is starting to burn.
yeah.
The main reason any of us came here was to get my plane.
Yeah.
Everything else is a bonus.
And I can't get film. I'm getting footage, so I'm happy with that. As long as my
Most of
battery's
the time,
last.
we travel with no plans. And the only reason we buy a return ticket is because we have to have one to come in.
Well, it's noon. We haven't left yet. And you can see why. There's fog everywhere. So we're hanging out, which is good for me because I can get all my interviews with Sean, Andrew, James, Burtis. Probably even have time to interview Josh and Max. We're hanging out in the house, just started a fire. We lost power, so we have no internet. Power should come back, which means the internet will come back, but we're definitely not flying out. Can't see anything. I'm gonna fly the drone up one more time, see where the top of the cloud layer is. Last time it was 800 feet. And for now, just chill and conserve my power and batteries, which means I'm gonna cut this off. Good morning. So we got stuck here for a day, but it's nicer. We can actually see the sky. There's some clouds, there's some wind, but we're gonna be able to fly back to Johannesburg in I think like an hour or so. Before that, I wanted to fly the drone over to this hill because there's some cows and I just want to buzz over them, see what they look like, not get too close. I almost ran into one on a dirt bike yesterday. Did a whole dirt bike story. That's a whole other video. Josh convinced me to go with him. I have very limited experience dirt biking, but I made it there and back successfully, somewhat. So let's buzz these cows and see what they're doing.
Last night's leftover dinner.
Excellent.
Cottage pie for breakfast. It's a South African habit. Meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, and then meat for supper.
This is more comfortable than a cookie.
Job.
What's happening?
So, this is how I say thank you to a guy you never see, but his runway you use every time you come down here. So you sneak him on the line into his hangar like this. So next time he comes to fly his aeroplane, he gets, and you try not to break it by sneaking your hand through this gap over here. There we go. Thanks for the use of your runway, Jan.
We're getting out of here. We're going back.